Lady K. This is Caleb Hyles. This is Jonathon Young, and oh my God! Yes! Sorry, I had to fangirl there for a second. We are at Metrocon 2017, day 1, and oh my God, you guys are here.
Your energy level.
Hello!
It's incredible.
Man,
I'm awake now. I've
Yeah.
been asleep for 5 hours. 5 hours in like, I mean, I've been awake, but like mentally.
Wait,
Now I'm awake.
you've been awake for...
Well, I was asleep mentally.
Oh, okay.
I understand exactly where it's coming from.
I'm glad that you have that energy because I have now slept in 22 hours, something like that. I'm feeling great though. I'm ready. That's why
I feel you. I was up from 3:30 Monday afternoon to about 3:45 this morning.
Oh, yeah.
And I work overnights.
Y'all need to sleep.
Sleep important.
Go to bed.
No, food is important.
I'm gonna
Well, that
sleep
too.
so
I
much.
was cooking for the last 2 days.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah. Anywho, so I am like totes stoked to be able to talk with you guys.
Same.
I love watching all your guys' videos.
Thank you.
My daughter is an absolute youngster. My son prefers your stuff.
Oh.
Now, mind you, they're 6 years
Dance
apart.
off.
They're 6 years apart.
Okay.
So my daughter is the eldest, my son is the youngest.
Okay.
So I want to know what inspired the both of you to go into music.
What do you do?
We'll
What
go
do you
down
do?
the line.
What are you doing?
We'll go down the line.
Yeah. Okay, you first, John. I'm gonna take,
All right, is this rivalry
Okay.
going to happen like it did in the when
yeah.
he ripped up his picture?
Oh,
Seriously?
I'm still not over
I
it.
ran that by him before.
Yeah. No, Caleb and I are such good friends. Like he asked me permission to do the One Punch Man guy. I was like, dude, I don't own the song. Like, but
And I was like, can I rip up your photo?
in that one. This is what's gonna end. And then he was like, will you like come and push me out of the way for that last note? And I was like, yes, I will. Okay, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
We're not even past the first question.
No, we're not.
We already completely derailed.
Well, technically, we did answer a first question.
All right. Yeah, true.
So, what inspired both of you to go into music?
So, I just had a really musical family growing up. My dad directed choirs and wrote a lot of music and did sort of the singer-songwriter thing. And my whole mom's side of the family is just a bunch of musicians. And you know, every Christmas we'd all be singing like 4-part harmony Christmas carols
Oh,
and stuff.
wow.
And, so as a kid, instead of watching football games every Saturday, I was, you know, banging on pots and pans and trying to like mess around with my dad's like crappy guitar because he wouldn't let me touch the nice one. But
Well, that's the best way to learn, though.
yeah. So I mean, I take no credit. I mean, I got a huge head start on music because of my family and from early middle school, high school. I just really loved doing it, and I sucked a lot. I sucked at singing when I first started my first band in high school, and I sucked at guitar when I first started doing that. And I don't know. I have been single-minded in my use of my free time for most of my life. So.
Well, this actually, you mentioned your guitar actually ties into another question I had.
Sure.
Just how many instruments do you play? Because I've seen you play the piano, I've seen you play the drums, the guitar.
Yeah, I mean that's most of it.
Okay. I know you said your sister plays the violin, and
Yeah.
that Game of Thrones music with the sky
Yeah.
just gave me
Thank
chills.
you.
I love that video.
Yeah,
You play piano, right?
yeah.
Did you mention piano? Yeah. 'Cause
Yeah,
you really kill on piano.
I play piano, drums, guitar, and the running joke is that if you know how to play electric guitar, you also know how to play electric bass. I will never go on record and say that I am a good guitar player or a good piano player or any of those things. I'm good at faking all of them and making them all sound okay when I smoosh them together.
Gotcha.
But I don't know. I'm okay at a lot of different instruments, but because I know how to play piano, that makes it easier for me to learn how to play guitar. Because I play drums, that makes it easier for me to play bass, and it's kind of this cycle of like every time I learn a little bit on one instrument, it teaches me a little bit more about all of the others.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so what inspired you to get into music?
Similar to him, actually. Yeah,
That's cool.
I had a very musical family. My mom and dad both got at least either full or partial degrees in music. My mom in musical theater, and my dad got a media studies kind of ish degree. He's been in radio for 30 years.
Oh, wow.
So, and he also went out to California with my mom. Spent 2 years trying to pursue the dream and be a singer-songwriter. So he's been out. He has hundreds of songs that he's written. So I just grew up around it. And when you grow up around it, you kind of do get somewhat of a head start because it's just it's ingrained to you. When you're a kid, you just got sponge brain. Everything soaks in and whatnot. And I kind of picked up the piano. I can kind of play piano, and I can kind of play drums. But guitar and bass has never been like something I've actually actively tried. But singing has been the thing because that's my mom and dad did that all the time. So I attribute it to them pretty much. All the credit to them for that.
All right, now, question specifically for you.
Mm-hmm.
Ghost covers.
Whoa, you're bringing that up?
Yeah.
For those who don't know, because those aren't very highly viewed. I don't even know if you know.
I don't
about
know
ghost
what
covers.
this is.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Ghost covers every Halloween, every October. I spend a month called Horror for Hyles. It's a themed month on my channel, and I do something different. I did an ARG 2 years ago, augmented reality game, where I started in August, where I little hints in my covers of I was being stalked, and then in October I got captured. And I was forced to sing in this abandoned house. It was a whole thing. You have to dig in my channel to find that. You really have to.
Actually, I found it by luck. Your iridescent cover.
Okay, legit. Yeah, ghost covers. And what I did is for ghost covers is I brought like a mobile setup for recording, and I went out to supposedly haunted locations and just filmed like at midnight.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Okay, so what brought that on? Was that the Horror for Hyles?
That was the Horror for Hyles that month, or that year. I was
Okay.
just trying to figure out what to do.
My next question: did anything actually pop up?
Did anything happen? We had if we're gonna call it anything, we had an orb when I was singing here at Descent, and you can see it on the screen actually. It's kind of this weird. It goes up to the mic stand and comes back down, and it's all leave it up to interpretation kind of thing. But it was just neat. It was a fun thing to do for Halloween, and this idea to get people engaged in a different way in covers. And since I'm stuck, kind of in the medium of doing song covers, it's like, what can you do within what I do to keep things creative and interesting?
I like the idea behind it.
I kind of want to do it again. I'd like to go to more like prevalent, prominent locations across the nation. But I think it could be like a really cool actual like program. But my channel isn't the place because no one's looking up on ghost covers. No one's looking that up, so it's not very viewed. But cool.
Hashtag ghost
glad you saw it.
Hashtag ghost covers, guys. Seriously.
Look up ghost covers on my channel. I'm really proud of them actually.
All right, now.
I did well.
What gives you guys the inspiration for your covers? I mean, besides the material itself, because for instance, you did a lyricized version of Megalomania. Did you write those lyrics?
Those were written by our friend Adriana, Adrisaurus. She wrote those lyrics. There have been songs that I have either added lyrics to or taken parts and kind of changed it a little bit to fit a certain narrative. So she takes all credit for writing the Megalomania lyrics. But
yeah, that's definitely a favorite.
oh yeah, no, Megalomania is so much freaking fun. But inspiration-wise for covers, it's the source material, and also kind of how, for me, when it comes to covers, how the song, if in any way, how it speaks to me. Like, how do I feel about a certain song, and what kind of edge or spin can I put on it? So it's personal experiences and the show itself. Like, I always try to decide, like, am I going to go with my own interpretation, or am I just going to try to directly translate this and just do like a straight cover, where I'm trying to emulate what the song is. So for me, it's just choosing between those two things most of the time.
All right, and your cover of the One Punch Man theme is just, it's been on my playlist for about pretty much shortly after it came out.
3 years ago.
And my husband and I have been fighting back and forth on which one's actually better, the original and yours.
Oh boy. Just as far as like the inspiration question, or like?
Actually, no, you do specifically Disney rock covers,
Yeah.
and I love them.
Thank you. Yeah,
So, where did the metal spin come from?
Well, I mean, to be honest, it's kind of a really anticlimactic answer because, I tried to, for the longest time, I was trying to be an original singer-songwriter. because before I did YouTube, I was in a music school studying lyric writing and music theory. So my background is actually, I'm more comfortable sitting down and arranging and writing a song than I am covering a song. So in a way, YouTube is kind of me stepping out of my comfort zone in the first place, and the reason I did that is basically because my original music just wasn't going anywhere. And that's sort of like the sad reality of just where the music industry is right now, but I mean, I'm not mad about it. Like my whole approach was, okay, like if YouTube is where I need to be successful, what hasn't been done yet? Like what do I feel like I can bring to the table that would be fun? And like basically I went on YouTube, I thought to myself, hey, why hasn't anybody done like a really kick-ass metal cover of I'll Make a Man Out of You? And I was just like, well, if nobody else is gonna do it, I'll just do it. And that was it. And it just it took off, and I was like, well, I guess I'm doing every other Disney song. But yeah.
I think one of my favorite metal covers that you've done was actually Claude Frollo's.
Oh, Hellfire.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my favorite cover that I've ever done. Yeah, that's that is the darkest Disney song that there is.
Yep.
And like, usually being a cover artist, it's kind of, it can get a little bit exhausting because like you have to, singing somebody else's song works, but at a certain point it's like, okay, this is the fourth, Justin Bieber song that I have forced myself to cover because I know that people want to see me do goofy Justin Bieber covers or whatever. But Hellfire, it's like, that, as a music theory nerd and as a lyric writing nerd, that song is so well written that being able to try and bring something fresh to that character and try to put my own spin on that and like, almost from an acting standpoint, like getting into that character was so, like, it was just a trip. Like,
wow.
And usually it's not. Like, usually when it's just like, even some of the more charming Disney songs like You're Welcome or any of that, like it's, like you're
This
good.
is better than the original in my opinion.
Thank you. But I mean, like, to a certain point, we're goofing around, we're just playing a fun song. But like Hellfire, like, you can't just sing that song. Like, it's a dark path. It's a dark path. Like, yeah. But I enjoy it.
All right. So, which one of you reached out first when it came to collabs?
Was that me?
You asked if I wanted to do the song, and then I'm not sure. I think it might have been me at that point who was like, I have a free flight that I got from my girlfriend's parents, and can we come out and film with you? So it was, I guess you could say it was like both in a way.
Yeah, because up until then,
that's pretty cool.
Our channels have been like neck and neck.
Trust me, I noticed.
Yeah. Like, because I remember, I always joke about this. Like, we both posted our covers of "I'll Make a Man Out of You." And I remember the first week of my YouTube career, I was looking at his video like, God damn it, he passed me the music again. And like now we're hanging out all the time and stuff. And
he's winning.
By the way, for now.
I was like, I'll just grab on his legs.
I'm gonna run out of Disney covers, and you're gonna keep doing Steven Universe, and I'm just gonna.
I don't know. That show might not go on. I don't know. I'll do the covers.
All right. Now my husband almost requires me to ask this, and I'm.
Go ahead. We're here. You can edit it out if it doesn't work out.
Yeah.
Well, no, he has a specific way of saying it. He's been trying to get me to say it his exact same way, and a cheesy way for that matter.
Okay, just cheese it up then.
Do it.
Cheesy.
I'm ready.
Cheddar cheese.
All right, boys. So what are we doing next as we go towards the future?
That was the perfection.
That was everything.
It was great.
Yeah,
it was perfect. Fantastic.
The future.
Yeah. Oh, and he's not even here to witness. He's gonna have to watch it.
Yep.
He's gonna have to watch the
Magic
footage.
video.
Aren't you impressed with your wife? We're proud of her. I've only known her for like 30 minutes. Anyway, what's up next?
You first.
Yeah, I'll start it. I'll start it this time. going to keep trying to do covers. That's what I want to do. I want to keep making covers. It's doing well for the time being. But I am moving out to Texas, coming in like 2 weeks. And that is
Yeah,
to
you're
really...
currently in Georgia right now, right?
Alabama. Close enough, practically. I'm like 30 minutes away from Georgia. Yeah, and but I'm moving out to Texas because I want to try to get into voice acting. I really, really do. That's been a dream of mine. I have the time,
I know
I have
exactly
the
where you're
time
getting at.
and the money and the resources. So it's like, while I have this, which I may not have forever, take the time and try to make a dream happen. Because I'm just a person who, like, I'm so comfortable. I've had people ask, well, what are your dreams, Caleb? What are your aspirations? What are your goals? And I'm like, well, I'd love to just, like, be married and settle down and like, you know, just that, and then have my friends and that'd be that. And they're like, well, great, but like, what are your goals? What are your dreams? Like, what's something you'd love to do? And I'm like, well, I don't really have one. So only until like this past year of like, I really try to like soul search and be like, well, what do I want to do? And it's like, voice acting kept coming up. And I love making music and I love doing covers and I have original songs that I really want to put out there. But it's like, that's one that's always been at the top of my list since I was a kid. So I'm not that great. I'm really out of practice. For a while there, I was really into it. But I'm out of practice now because I'm doing YouTube all the time. But that's what I really want to do. I'm making a whole setup. We got the apartment already. We got a 3-bed, 2-bath. I'm making one of the beds is going to be this like studio I make. I'm really excited about it. I'm going to buy these Philips Hue light bulbs. They're going to look really cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to stream them, be a Let's Player. I don't know. I have all these things now that I want to do. So my gaming channel I started, keep an eye on that because I'm going to really bump that up.
By the way, you mentioned that. I am so sorry, 3 weeks no posting, but busy.
Hey, you know,
Let's play with Lady Cage. That you guys are really
YouTube algorithm, you know, forget it.
Yeah.
Kick it, stupid thing. I don't care anymore. But yeah, that's me. That's what I'm doing. What are you doing, John?
I'm obviously still doing covers. I'm hoping to revisit some of the old Disney covers that I've done, and what I want to do is I want to make an album of just Disney villain songs, and then I want to make an album of just like Disney love songs. Like I want to have, instead of, because right now I've got a couple of Disney cover albums, but it's just random songs, and I really want to have like, if you like the villain songs, this is the album for you, and if you like the pop punk fun Disney songs, this is the album for you. So I want to try to be smarter about categorizing that.
Now, are we talking all of Disney movies and musicals, or just the animated ones?
There are some musicals that I want to touch on, probably in a separate album. But I mean, it's mostly the Disney Renaissance stuff. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Like I'm not taking anything off the table, but beyond that, I'm really hoping to just expand the channel into just a bigger thing. Like I want to do some original music for sure, because that's always been sort of the roots for me. And I mean, I'm not prepared to move to Texas, which is where the voice acting community is, but I would also really like to get into voice acting sometime.
Los Angeles is the center.
Yeah.
You're close enough.
Yeah.
San Diego.
So I mean, I've got a lot of plans. Or not plans, more just like ideas, I guess. But you know, I'm up for anything. I'm just gonna. My goal is to just work as hard as I can and try a bunch of different stuff, and yeah, we'll see what happens.
Awesome. Well, guys, that is our time with these two wonderful gentlemen, and I'm so sad because I want to ask more questions. But this has been Jonathon Young, Caleb Hyles. I'm Lady K, and we will catch you on the flip side. Rock on, y'all.